righty. Good morning, everybody. Happy Thursday. How is everyone doing today? I know this is a nicer face to see than an AJ this morning, but we're going to get right into it. So, with that being said, this is the Glitter Queen.
Why was the door locked? Are you trying to steal my show?
Maybe just a little.
Have you been hanging out with TJ or something?
I just wanted to hang out with the chat for a minute. You know, we got Karen, love SDog21, Mike Volmer. Got a lot of people in here this morning. WD40, love seeing you in the chat. Good morning. But AJ knows more than me, so we're gonna pass it along to you.
Okay. Stole the show from me already. You see how she is, everybody? You see what I gotta deal with every day? Stealing my show. You got to be kidding me. Shout out to Genre G said AJ transitioned. my guy out here. It's too early for that, bro. It's too early for that. Yeah, so my door was locked. I had to go all the way to the car and get a key because my door was locked. And then I realized that the Glitter Queen was trying to steal my show. You know what? I might not even live stream anymore. Damn. All right. Damn. All right. Shots fired, bro.
Anyways,
that's great.
The shock value's over.
Damn.
Good morning, everybody.
All right. Good morning. We got 123 people in the house already. Make sure you smash the like button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. I'm inching my way closer to 11,000 subscribers. I cannot wait. Very excited. What you call it? We're filming our portfolio video today. We always keep track. I know Mikey Gill too soon, dog, but I can say that because we're best friends. But we're filming the portfolio video today. Very excited to do that. We will always keep track of the previous portfolios. We will always check in on those prices, the levels of that portfolio, the ebb and the flow of that. That's all good. But the Glitter Queen and I, the Glitter Queen.
Sorry.
We are building.
I'm like staying up on the chat.
We're building two new portfolios starting. So the Glitter Queen's weekly DCA. She already has a little bit down. She has a head start, but from here on out,
we're trying to figure out how we're going to do it. Basically, when AJ had that unfortunate hacking incident, there was some crypto of mine on there as well.
Yes,
so
it's okay.
We figured it would be fun to maybe do, a little $1,000 portfolio of mine. So if you guys are interested in that, maybe let us know in the chat. If you don't want to see me build a portfolio, you can say it too. I'm just curious. Ultimately, though, we also have. Do we want to tell them about Jason's? Or
no?
Okay.
No, we don't. We don't. Although SDog21, although I can guess her portfolio is GRT and then some more GRT, and then Brian Bootyhead said plus some GRT.
Hey, you guys might be surprised. I have a few more I like. All right, just AJ, he has his Algorand, I have my graph, and I have some Algorand.
Well, where's the graph fam? The graph paths, like the graph math, the graph paths. I don't know where they are. Haven't seen them, but I do really like that project, to be honest with you. So, Jada does have a little bit of a head start, to be fair. And, she'll say what she already has in her portfolio plus $100 to $200 per week DCA every week. So you guys can follow along the grafters, the graph heads, the grafters. I like that. The grifters, the grafters, the graphites. I like that too. The graphites. I think that might be it. Chemistry class. There you go. So anyway, yeah, and then I'll be building a new portfolio myself, and we'll have, I want to take a different approach with this one for sure. I feel like the target will probably be like another 10K build, or maybe I'll make this one a 20K build. Not sure, but I obviously would love to keep you guys filled in on that every week. Even if it, I feel like sometimes it'll be like every 10 days because the portfolio videos are. It's a lot of like build up to it. You gotta kind of separate, unless I somehow like held a different portfolio in every different place or something. It's hard to separate, you know what I mean? So you have to like do the paper math when even though you hold everything, that you don't like hold that exact amount from that, because if you're holding like all your crypto in one place, or in two places, you'd have to separate it out for each portfolio you build, which is why I keep track of them on paper. But obviously I do have all the crypto that from the portfolios that I'm building plus some, but the specific builds are specific builds. But I am going to find a way to separate them all for sure, so I can just show the actual chart instead of keeping track in my head. So with that being said, and we are going to talk strategy today. We're going to talk a lot of strategy today. But before we get into the strategy, before we get into the news, I do have a little bit of housekeeping to do, but the housekeeping is fun. You guys love the housekeeping because it equals free things and opportunities for you guys. So let me click over here, share my screen. Where is it? Boom. Here we go. Big shout out to one of my main sponsors of the channel, cryptochips.io, my main merch sponsor. They do the the customizable NFT canvases. If you want your own NFT put on your wall, you want to show off the levitating coin in the background, the moon monies. Oh, I got all the moon monies here. We got the Doge, we got the ETH and the Bitcoin, and you can even program your wallet into the NFC chip here on the dollar as well. That is pretty cool. But what we are doing for the weekly, not monthly, weekly cryptochips.io giveaway, we are going to give away this amazing Dogecoin hoodie, Dogecoin to the moon. And the person who wins will also receive, can you grab a crypto chip from the back? Awesome. And the winner will also receive, this is not a Dogecoin crypto chip, but a crypto chip like this, like one of the coins. These things actually are really, really popular. I have Cardano, Chainlink, a shit coin. I have a bunch of them. Goody stole my Ethereum one. I'm pretty pissed about it too. Cool. And yeah, so all you have to do, I will put the link to this tweet right here in the chat for you guys. So if you want a chance to win this Dogecoin hoodie, as well as a Dogecoin crypto chip and a Dogecoin moon money. The Dogecoin moon money, I think, is my favorite one because it has like the black base with the gold paint, where these ones are like gold paint, the opposite. It's like inverted, but I really like the Dogecoin moon money. It is super clean. This is actually the first one I got at Rare Evo when I met David and the gang. So yeah, all you got to do is like, retweet, and follow NFT Collector at NFT Collector. That is actually David. He is the founder and artist for Crypto Chips. Absolutely killer dude. Really knows his stuff. Really talented artist. He's the designer for all the things for Get Rich or Get Wrecked. Shout out to the Grogger fam. All the Grogger merch is made over at cryptochips.io. And if you want to go check out the website for cryptochips.io, it is linked right here at the bottom. It's just, that's the website, cryptochips.io. And if you want to get 10% off on your order, use the code Grogger or AJ Writes Crypto, and you will get 10% off on your order. So big thank you to cryptochips.io for doing these weekly giveaways. We really appreciate them. It's really good to see. I love messaging the people at the end of the week. This giveaway will run until Sunday. You have until Sunday to like and retweet and follow Dave to get in. And so there you go. Really appreciate everybody at cryptochips.io. That is like one of my main sponsors for the channel. And I do have to do one more quick thing here. Big announcement. Wrong thing. But yeah, I do, really like doing giveaways for you guys. It's like one of my favorite things to do, because you know how many times I've like messaged someone and said like, hey, like, congratulations, you won this hoodie, you won this thing, you won, I've given away $600 of crypto on one live stream before. When someone says like, oh man, thanks so much. I've never won a giveaway before. I never won anything like this. Like, thank you so much. That's like, I always felt like in school and stuff when they did giveaways, I never won anything either. So, I always would, I really like doing giveaways because it's like, it's for the community, and I will always do that for you guys. That is kind of something I love to do. And with that being said, I do want to proudly announce one more thing before we really get into the meat and potatoes of this show, is my new channel sponsor. This has been building for a while. We met in Vegas when I won the Golden Upvote Influencer Award. Kind of like my all of my life's work accumulated equals that belt. Earned it for sure. And we met there. They didn't know who I was, and they quickly found out who I was. And now they are basically a title sponsor for my channel, for my brand. this is going to be a really, really big. This is big. This is big, and I'm so excited to announce it here on the show. But my new sponsor for this show is no other than PHEMEX. Big shout out to PHEMEX. I am so happy that we are together on this one. Amazing people on the team. Shout out, to Stella and everybody on the team over there. Amazing people. And I met them in Vegas. We hit it off right away. This is a big deal. It's a really big deal for the channel. Really big deal moving forward. If you guys, and I had a lot of exchange deals. I had a lot of exchanges knocking. The BitGet thing didn't work out because I didn't like the PAL ID. The PAL ID, I don't want you guys to have to wait a month for a thing to come in and it only lasts for 6 months for $250. That is no, you know what I mean? You shouldn't have to do that to trade crypto. And I shout out to BitGet, no harm, no foul. They're a good company, but that wasn't working out for me because I know a lot of my fans, a lot of my subscribers.
It just doesn't work for your audience.
It doesn't work for my audience,
Okay.
And and with PHEMEX, you don't need a PAL ID. You don't need a PAL ID. So basically the meat and potatoes to sign up for PHEMEX, to unlock the advanced PHEMEX, you do have to KYC, but you can't KYC from America. But you can still fully trade on PHEMEX. You can still do whatever you want. Leave your crypto you can leave your crypto there. You can accumulate your crypto there. You can leverage trade there. You can do anything that you want to do on PHEMEX from America. But the only thing is that you need a VPN to sign up. You need a VPN to sign up. You don't need a VPN every day when you trade there. You just need the VPN when you sign up. And then other than that, you are free to go and you can trade there every day. And of all the exchanges that came knocking, I really liked PHEMEX because I personally have traded on PHEMEX for a long time. And I was already very familiar with the layout and how to trade there and everything like that. So, thank you so much to PHEMEX for, giving me this opportunity. Definitely, if you guys have not signed up for PHEMEX yet, please click the link down below in the description and sign up today. Really would appreciate it. Yeah, he didn't know that it lasted for only 6 months. So Ellie says you can trade on PHEMEX without KYC. Yes, you can. You need the VPN when you sign up, but you don't need to KYC to trade. You don't need to KYC to do anything. If you want the advanced thing it takes your withdrawal limit higher and stuff like that. I think without KYC, your withdrawal limit's still $2,000 a day or something like that. And, so if you have a bunch of money on there, you can easily get it out. You get it off in a pretty short amount of time. But I think it might even be higher. I'll double check that number. But, you don't need to KYC to trade. You can still do everything you want to do on PHEMEX. So if you guys have not signed up for PHEMEX yet, this is the first day I'm on it. So I'm gonna really have to push this. But please sign up down below in the link. It's the first link down below in the description. I'd really, really appreciate it. It would, means a lot to the sponsorship because, I did sign a pretty long deal with them. And it's up to you guys, and I really would appreciate it. If you haven't signed up for PHEMEX yet, definitely click the link down below in the description. And the trading show that I'm going to be doing, once or twice a week, starting, I think next week, I'm going to start the trading show. It's probably going to be at 3 p.m. on a couple of days out of the week. I'm going to be trading live right off of PHEMEX. And you guys are going to see me find positions, get in positions. Some things I will get out in the show. And sometimes I'll leave the trades open. Sometimes there will already be a trade open. It's going to be really fun show. It's a different angle on live trading. So big thank you to PHEMEX. Big thank you to you guys. And this is awesome. What's up?
Ellie was saying if you could do a tutorial. So maybe we could do that, just a normal little walkthrough on the whole setup. Maybe you can set me up on PHEMEX.
Yeah.
I'm not set up on it yet.
Yeah, that would be a good idea.
There we go.
That's a great idea. We could totally do that.
Maybe we'll do that probably over the weekend, Ellie.
Yep.
So maybe look out for that early to mid next week.
Yep. Awesome. Big shout out to my guy Smashing and Splashing, sending that $10 super chat with his portfolio inside of it. Smashing and Splashing, I am going to say that you need to not tell me how many XRP you have. Oh, is that you just left the percentages out? Oh, okay. He left the percentage. Okay. Yeah, that's fine. But make sure if anybody, we are doing Rate My Portfolio at the end of the show today. So make sure if you want to send in your portfolio, feel free to do that. But don't tell me, how many coins you have. Tell me the percentage of each coin in your bag. That is how you do it. So yes, so certainly I will do how-to video for PHEMEX over the weekend. If you don't know how to sign up, it's very simple. All you can do, and honestly, I'm not telling you, I'm not doing the whole financial advice thing, but with the VPN thing, you should always have a VPN on anytime you're trading crypto. This isn't to dodge the government. This isn't to do what you're not supposed to do or anything like that. It is for safety. It is for safety. It gives you an extra layer of security between you and the people trying to hack whoever they can. I mean, even this like recent headline coming out about, the whole Ripple hack. I mean, this is no joke here, guys. Like, I first of all, I don't like that the headline says Ripple hacked for 112 million in XRP. That is kind of BS. I don't like the idea that they're saying that Ripple was hacked, because, if a lot of people that hold Ripple and have a lot of conviction and Ripple say, oh my God, XRP was hacked, I need to sell. That's actually not cool. What actually happened, even Zach XBT, it appears Ripple was hacked, blah, blah, blah. So actually, right here, Ripple wasn't hacked yesterday. Unauthorized access to Chris Larson's personal XRP account occurred distinct from Ripple. Exchanges and law enforcement have been notified. Ripple wallets remain secure. So no Ripple wallets were compromised. But what I'm saying here, guys, is that, and here's Chris Larson here saying, yesterday there was unauthorized access to a few of my personal XRP accounts, not Ripple. We were able to quickly catch the problem and notify exchanges to freeze the affected addresses. Law enforcement is already involved. So, but there you go, guys. Chris Larson from Ripple got hacked. I mean, and he and
telling us like no one's safe.
But
the hackers coming for everybody.
100%. So this is why you guys, if you're trading crypto and you don't have a VPN, you are not giving yourself that extra layer of security that you need. Personally, for me, I always run my VPN out of either London or the Netherlands. I run my VPN most of the time from the Netherlands because I know I can get into any place I want to go. Any site, that would say, hey, you're in America, they will never say that if you're from the Netherlands. So, the VPN, and someone said that I need a VPN sponsor. You're certainly right. I actually have sent a couple messages trying to find a VPN sponsor. I know like Ben Shapiro has like Express VPN and stuff like that. Right now, to be fair with you guys, I am running Pure VPN, Pure VPN. It works super easy. You can choose any country, and if you want a VPN from America, it will actually let you choose which city you want to. So like I'm in Georgia, right? And so I can't like sports bet from Georgia, but if I like have a sports betting account in Pennsylvania and put the VPN in Philadelphia, I can bet on the games. You know what I mean? So stuff like that. That's why like you can choose the cities with Pure VPN, which is pretty cool. So
you know what's really bad?
With them,
I don't have a VPN anymore.
Why?
I didn't resubscribe.
I think I can put you online.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Hold on, keep talking.
All right. Hello. Just kidding.
You're hilarious. All right, we got Jay Chains. Come say hi.
I will not crash this time. What's up?
If you jump in the pool, I'll give someone $50. Splash.
Can we just get like a kiddie pool in the middle of the room?
Wait, no, you can't live stream. You can't live stream, dude.
I told you guys yesterday, this is the live stream now. I tried to tell everybody. Poor AJ didn't understand.
People have been asking about you.
Yeah, when you said like this is the live stream, I was like, what are you talking about?
Guys, we're all still friends too.
Yeah. We still like each other.
Yeah, sort of.
It's okay. People thought
when I started this show, what was the joke I said? I was like, we were like live streaming. I was like something about like this is the last live stream or something like that. It was pretty funny. And then the whole chat was like too soon.
People literally thought AJ and I broke up because I wasn't on the live stream.
Yeah, I know. Guys, calm down.
It was the holidays. I was traveling.
Hey, so did you guys see that? To anybody asking, is Ben ever going to live stream again? He just did.
Anyways, back to the news.
Yes, sorry about that. So, my point here is, guys, get a VPN. It's important. It's so important. I also got a screenshot. My guy, Brian Brumfield sending in. Oh, he says okay. So all right, I'll save that part for the Rate My Portfolio segment at the end. But I do want to get into a couple things here. I know the show has been a little bit of just fun and games for a while, and I appreciate that. It doesn't always have to be dead serious every show. Obviously we get a lot done here. And I do appreciate over 300 people in the chat. You guys are awesome. Thank you for being here every day. It means the world to me that I have this opportunity. And, I'm going to make the most of it. I promise you that. So, just really fast, shout out to Crypto Chips. Shout out to PHEMEX. You guys are amazing. Wouldn't be possible if I didn't have, sponsors backing the channel.
Shout out to Market Cypher and Crypto Face.
Yep.
We love you.
Yep. Shout out to Crypto Face and Market Cypher. So thank you all my sponsors. And if you haven't signed up for PHEMEX, click the link down below. Use the VPN. And then you don't even need the VPN. You only need it the one time. So, but you should have a VPN on all the time if you're trading crypto for that extra layer of privacy. All right. I'm done with that rant.
Splashing and smashing. Yes. I trade 100% on my phone. He was asking if it's safe to trade on computers or on your phone.
Oh, yeah. No, I trade on my phone a lot. I trade my phone a lot, like a lot.
Like 99.99%.
No, lately I've been trading.
I do though.
Yeah, lately I've been trading on my computer, but I have traded a lot on my phone. Crypto Face posted a daily overview this morning. Yep, saw that video. Crypto Face is short right now. Obviously, we were talking a lot yesterday about Bitcoin and that kind of head and shoulders type pattern idea. I will pull that up for you just so you can see what's going on there with the Bitcoin chart. Let me click share this tab instead. Boom. Okay, so here we go. Here's the Bitcoin. I'll go to the daily first. So this squiggle over here got my charts, man. Well, this squiggle over here, that's the halving, and I'm actually going to leave it there until we get there because it is that important. That is the halving. And remember, like Scaramucci said, whatever the price is at the halving, multiply it by 4, and that is likely going to be the price at 18 months later, and that has been the case so far. And we were talking about a possible head and shoulders, and really, you could still really interpret this as a head and shoulders. I think it would have been a little bit more clean of a head and shoulders if it came all the way up to that level and turned around, to the $44,500 level. Very important level on the chart there. But as you can see, everybody, it kind of turned around before, so we kind of have like boom, boom, boom. So it's kind of like it's the halving, but this head and shoulders is kind of like. That's what that head and shoulders is doing, and you can technically still interpret that as a head and shoulders even though it doesn't go all the way up. But just because there is a pattern doesn't mean it is guaranteed to play out every single time, and I think that's a misconception a lot of people get wrong. Just because there is something on the chart doesn't mean it's going to play out. Just because there's a measured move, that doesn't 100% guarantee that it is going to play out. Because if you want to consider this a head and shoulders, that would be the neckline and that would be the measured move. The measured move would take us all the way to, 32,000, which was a very important level from, back in the day in 2023. We could not get above that level until Q4 right there. So, that level, very, very important. So now, what happens now, right? What happens now? So let's zoom in. Let's zoom in and take a little peek at what we got. I leave the brush on. My Algorand chart's freaking out because it keeps fighting at support resistance. Yeah, so here we are. We are in. Let me clear this up a little bit here. So let me just get rid of some of these little lines and stuff.
I just want to say really quickly. So in hand with what we were saying, we'll do a tutorial video on how to do PHEMEX.
Yep.
And then also somebody asked how to do a VPN. So we'll just couple it together.
No.
Separate?
Yep.
Oh, okay. Well, we'll do 2 separate ones.
Yep.
I just felt like, I guess you do need a second video. I just don't think it's that.
So what we have right here on the Bitcoin chart, everybody, is a broadening descending channel. It is broadening as it's descending. Let's show the visual. It is broadening as it's descending. Okay, broadening. And I do like on the 2-hour chart a couple things. One, we almost have a MACD cross coming. Not the worst. And it is fighting above the 200 EMA. That is also very good. But what we kind of want to look for is this thing going to, kind of get rejected as we leave the fucking brush on every time, man. Are we going to get rejected as we kind of come up to this level here? So, as of right now, Bitcoin is kind of moving up. The daily chart doesn't look as good, but the 4-hour doesn't look bad. We do have the negative 414 on dual band strength index when anything's higher than a 14, that is a pretty high degree of certainty. I would really like to see Bitcoin continue to push up, obviously. You know what I'm saying? Like that we really do need to fight now. These next couple months, it's already February. I kind of forgot to say that. Like it is February 1st. And this next couple months of price action, I cannot stress how important it is because the halving's in April. Like if you haven't really been into charts, there's 350 people in here. First of all, smash the like, but out of you 350 people, I wonder what percentage of you does your own charts. I'm actually going to do a poll. I'm going to do a poll right here. Do you look at charts / do TA daily? ? Start poll. Okay. So I just put a poll in the chat. Do you look at charts and do TA daily? And I want, there's 352 people in here. I want at least 200 votes in here because I want to know, how many of you are actually doing this stuff, who are actually paying attention, because right now it's February, guys. These next couple months are so important because the halving's coming, and I want you guys to be well prepared. When I put on on the thumbnail for this morning's show, make life-changing gains, because right now we need to be strategizing big time on how we're going to play this. A year and a half after every halving so far in Bitcoin's history has been the top of the bull run, right? The halving is in April, okay? Projected to be in April. So like this whole strategy thing, we really need to start paying attention. We really need to start saving money. Penny pinching, not buying Burberry. Sadly, I want to buy more Burberry, but I can't because I need to build my portfolio. We need to not be doing all the extras and focusing on building our crypto portfolios because we want to make that life-changing money. There's the story of someone only putting in a couple thousand and making $1 million. That gets you in the door of crypto, but that doesn't happen to everybody. For most of us, we have to do it the old-fashioned way. And I feel like a lot of people that want to get to $1 million will probably need a $50,000, $75,000 head start to get to $1 million. Not everybody's going to start with 10 grand or 5 grand and get to $1 million. Not everybody's going to be able to do that. But that's why we need to save and grind as much as we can right now. This is the time where you got to get serious with yourself and say, you know what? I don't need to go to the movies every Friday. I don't need to buy ice cream. I don't need to buy, do what you
Honestly,
can to save money.
Coffee. It's the Starbucks. It's those $5 to $10 transactions.
Those microtransactions. Yep.
Those are what kill me.
Yep.
Which
true.
Luckily I don't do that anymore. But
yeah, but still, you get my point, guys. I just want you to take this seriously. These next couple months are so important. I want you guys to really, this is what I've done recently. I have recently wrote down pen and paper. What am I making every month? What is my budget? How much do I spend every week? I've kind of gone back on my.
We did that last week.
Yeah, exactly. We just did that last week, and there was a reason we did that. So I go through my bank statements. Where am I spending my money? What am I spending my money on? How much am I making after my bills, after my rent? After my afterpays that I racked up over the holidays. What is the end result here? And what percentage of that can I get in crypto? And if I stick to this strategy here and do that for 6 months, how much money will I invest in crypto? That is the game. You have to strategize with yourself. After this show, I want all of you, preferably all 354 of you, to sit down with a pen and paper and say, this is what I'm making. This is what I'm making. This is what I'm spending. This is the number. And what percentage of this number could I put into crypto? And if I invest this much every day for 6 months, or every week for 6 months, or every week for 1 year, this is how much money I'll have in. That is the game you want to play. It seems simple, but it's not, because a lot of people just kind of go. They just don't really think about what they're spending. They don't really think about their habits. So, if you really want to kind of get serious on your strategy on how you're going to make those life-changing gains, it all starts with you being smart, being conservative, and properly budgeting. That is no joke at all. And I really want a lot of you to consider that. No ice cream, Chauncey Peppertooth. No ice cream. Get rich or get wrecked, baby. Let's go. So let me take a quick look at this poll really fast. We already have 100 votes. We have 60% of the audience. So 60 people out of 100 do look at charts, and 59 people, and 41 of you don't. And this is very important because there's, for those of you that don't, it's not hard, guys. Get a trading view. get a trading view. This website right here is tradingview.com. You don't need all the fancy indicators. If you want to get Market Cipher, you can click the link down below in the description, but you don't need Market Cipher if you're just starting off. I would prefer it if you had it, but if you don't have it, that's okay. You know what we could do? We'll X out Market Cipher. We'll go to indicators. RSI, a relative strength index. And look at this. I'll actually X the MACD out. So you see this down here? It kind of looks similar, a little similar to Market Cipher, right? Because Market Cipher is a bunch of indicators smashed into one, where RSI is one of them. And RSI is probably the most important one, to be honest, because this is kind of like it measures the volatility. It measures a lot of things. Okay. It's the relative strength index. It's in the name, right? And this middle line right here that goes across the middle, that is the 50 line. And the 50 line is the most important level on the RSI, right? And if you continue to bounce, if you can't continue to bounce above or below the 50 line, that is continuation for the bear or bull narrative. See right here, from January 11th to January 25th. See how Bitcoin kept getting rejected from the 50 line. Now look up at the price. Rejected. Bearish continuation. You know how easy it is to trade when you know something's going to keep going the same direction it's been going? That is massive, guys. That is massive. So now look at this. We'll zoom in and look at the moment. H-bar alert. Now the moment it crossed the 50 line right here, it crossed over the 50 line. This is a 4-hour chart, by the way. What would have happened if we would have went long right here when it crossed the 50 line? Hold on, let me find that spot again. Sorry. The moment it crossed the 50 line, if we went long right there, we'd be up 9% in 4 days. No big deal. It's a very easy indicator to use, and it's very powerful. All right. So the 50 line is the most important thing. I normally change the parameters to 75-25. Right now it's set to 70-30 because it's stock. But, generally speaking, 70 is where things are overheated. Right here on the chart, you see how it gets all the way to the top here. That is when things are overbought, overheated. Those are the common words you will hear. And then down here at the 30, this is where things are oversold. So when something's oversold, like all the way down here, everybody, you see this right here? Buying all the way down there, the further it goes down, the more powerful it will be when it comes up. If you would have realized, on the 4-hour chart, Bitcoin right here, right now is super duper overbought or oversold, and you would have noticed there is a bullish divergence right here. You can use the RSI to do divergences, of course. See, it's lower there, but then higher, lower there, goes the other direction. Clear-cut case of bullish divergence on a 4-hour chart. If you would have went long based off that idea, you'd be up 12% in 7 days. It is that simple. It's not rocket science, everybody. So if you are not out there and you are not charting, today's your day. Right now, I have this poll up. There are 141 votes and 43% of you do not chart every day. Go to tradingview.com. You don't even need all the indicator packages. Personally, I buy the premium one every Black Friday. That's what I do. But you can use a couple indicators that will change the game. RSI is one of them. The next one is a visible range volume profile. You see this thing over here? This little fella? This tells you where the money is. It tells you here are the levels where the volume is. So if you kind of come out here, I keep leaving the damn brush on, man. You come out over here, right? And look, see this line right here? This line is called the point of control. The point of control, that is where most of the volume is. It's the visible range volume profile. So it only does the volume profile for the range that is visible, which would represent, the last candle over here that it sees. So the further you zoom out, the more it's going to change because it's only for the visible range. Hold on, Jay. And if you see, over here, let me get rid of the squiggles. Let me get rid of the halving squiggles. But I'll come. Oh, there's 2 halving squiggles. Look at that. But we will come back to the halving squiggles eventually. But look, here's the volume. But now look, this right here is called a low volume node. Okay. So what we're saying here is that if Bitcoin falls below this point of control, it's more likely to come all the way down to 40,000 than it is to hang out where there's no volume around 41,000. Or if it skips there, it's likely to come to 37,000 than it is, to 38. That's why Bitcoin moves fast. When Bitcoin moves, it moves fast between levels because that's where the volume is. So listen, as much as, I would say highly suggest people getting more involved to get Market Cipher. But if you are right now, if you are not trading, today is the day. today is the day you go get TradingView and you start looking at this stuff yourself, because it could not be more important for you to truly understand what it is you're looking at, what it is you're investing in. And when you combine charts and TA with news, with sentiment, with tokenomics, with volume strategies, with market sentiment, all of that is Confluence. It's not one indicator that's going to trade everything. It's a confluence of all the things that gives you a well-rounded idea of what to do. So, today's the day is when you do it, guys. I mean, it's not.
With that being said,
Yep.
What do you think the most important time frame to pay attention to is?
That's a good question. So what's the most important time frame? So here's my answer. Start wide. Start at the weekly chart. Here's the weekly, okay? And these lines right here, these are the EMAs. That's the 50-day average of price and the 200-day average of price. We will get to that later. That is a little bit higher of a concept for the beginners anyway. I feel like a lot of people will know what the EMAs are. But, we start off with the weekly. And the weekly is really where we find a lot of our support resistance levels. The weekly is really where you say, oh, like this level here, this is why Bitcoin got rejected. It couldn't get above where it was before. This is kind of where we find a majority of our support resistance levels. So you start wide, all right? And we could also kind of point out, hey, look, Bitcoin's a little overheated on the RSI. You can notice things like that. But in the past, sometimes things stay overheated for a little while if you consider like how long it stayed overheated, over here. But that, besides the point, what time frame? You start on the weekly chart and then you slowly zoom in. From, and then you'll go to the 3-day and kind of see like the overall, like kind of staircase type pattern that Bitcoin says, like, you see? And then from the 3-day, you go to the daily, and then you can really see what has happened on like the past, since October, what has happened. And we can kind of notice this, this maybe head and shoulders pattern here, and we measure that move, then measured move will be done there. And then, for local price action, we go to like, say we start with the 4-hour. 4 hours is a pretty good time frame overall to kind of get a feel of what's going to happen today, or for the next little while. And then go to the 2-hour from there, and that's a little bit more zoomed in. And then anything below the 2-hour is where you really start to feel like a degen. And if you're like me and you want to scalp trade, I start with the hour and then I zoom into the 12-minute. And the 12-minute chart, I don't really know why I go with 12 minutes or 23 minutes. I just like different time frames like that. It makes sense in my mind. But and then this is where we really see this broadening, descending wedge here. And we can kind of say like, oh, Bitcoin popped up, and it's actually interesting where it got shut down, because if you look at this level right here, you see this level right there. Look at Bitcoin getting it above that. Could not get above that. You know what that means? That level's relevant. Set an alarm on that level. It's at 43,000 and change. So you keep track of stuff like that. And then if you really want to be a degen like AJ, you go to the 2-minute, and this is where you find your scalp trades. And this is where I need market cipher be. This is where the market cipher comes back into effect here, because this is really where it starts to make sense when you're scalp trading. And right here, right now, I would say Bitcoin's likely to continue down a little bit. The point of control, it just moved, but there is a lot of volume down here. But it did just green dot, so it could be a time to wait. And then if you want to pay extra in TradingView, then you unlocked the worst chart in crypto. That's my favorite chart in crypto, the 30-second chart, where you can literally follow it candle by candle by candle by candle every 30 seconds. This is where a scalper's dreams are made and destroyed, all in the same place. That beloved 30-second chart. So yeah, so my guess for time frames overall is to start out and zoom in slowly until you can kind of conceptualize, the ebb and the flow and which direction makes sense based off the indicators, the RSI, the visible range volume profile. There's a couple more I could show you for the beginners, but for now I got to keep the show rolling. We can get in. I want to do like a series for like beginner TA. Yeah. I think that's a good idea. I mean, I know a lot of people.
You can do it with me where you'll have all my beginner questions.
Totally. And I feel like a lot of people, even people that do know TA, I might say something that they might say, oh shit, I never thought of that. Like I didn't know that, because I've been doing TA for years and years and years, but I'll still listen to Crypto Face, or I'll still listen to Gareth Soloway and go, oh shit. Like
we were listening to Crypto Face this morning on our way here.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, AJ, for probably a good year and a half before he bought his first like big bag of crypto, was watching charts and like doing that whole thing. And I think that helped you a lot because you weren't investing in it. So you weren't emotionally
it took
pulled
me
around. Like you just got to look
I
at it.
spent like a year
Yeah.
doing TA before I really got into trading. I was always like kind of hodling, but before it was a little while before I really started leveraging. Hold on, because I know my portfolio. I got a $6 super chat from Hexentino.
Should we do like a crypto corner for dummies?
Maybe
Jada's edition.
Jada, the Glitter Queen edition. I love it.
Queen edition. Yeah, nobody actually knows my real name at this point. It's just...
Oh, you just said it. All right, I'm gonna read the super chat because I know my portfolio is going to 5x anyway. I have to ask you, where do you see Phantom going this year, and what do you think about PulseX decks? So I don't use like that many dexes, to be honest. You know, I kind of do most of my day trading. Listen, guys, I'm not really like a DeFi connoisseur. I appreciate DeFi. I use it sometimes. But at the end of the day, I'm a day trader. And my exchange of choice is PHEMEX. I've been using PHEMEX for years, and now I'm sponsored by them. We have a partnership together. Click the link down below if you need to sign up for PHEMEX, for sure, do that. But you know, that's what I do. That's where I make my money: scalping, intraday trades, hodling, portfolio builds, stuff like that. So I don't really have an opinion on PulseX in terms of Hex Coin and Richard Hart and Pulse Chain. I like Richard. I met Richard, went and saw The Weekend with Richard and Ben. Had a really great time. Really nice guy. Very contagious person. I understand why he has such a big following. And he's hilarious. I had a really good time hanging out with him. He's a very fun person to hang out with. But his community is just as violent as they are volatile, I suppose. Like, you know, they like if you say something bad about Hex, the horde will come after you. You know, but personally, I don't hold Pulse Chain. I don't hold Hex, but I have traded it in the past and have made a bunch of money trading it in the past because it's kind of obvious when like there's something happening on the roadmap. When something's happening, I'll see, you know, all the Hexicans on Twitter go nuts, and I would say, oh, maybe now's not a bad time to trade some Hex, to trade some Pulse. So like I do. I'm not above trading anything. I will trade any chart that looks good, and in the past, Hex and Pulse have been charts that have been good. Do I hold them long term? No. And that was a correct decision considering the price action over the past little while. But I'm not saying it can't make a comeback. But, you know, and I know Richard's in a little bit of hot water right now, and I wish him the best because he's a really nice guy. In terms of Phantom, you know, Godfather of DeFi, baby. I feel like Phantom's a project that kind of won't ever die. I feel like Phantom has a big enough ecosystem. And they made such a good impact in 2021. I remember watching Phantom when it went from 50 cents to 60 cents to $1 to $2 to $3. We were thinking, like, is this thing ever going to stop? You know, now seeing Phantom at 32 cents, and I think it has a little friendlier tokenomic situation now than it did before. I think Phantom is it going to be a top 10 performer? Probably not, but will it still put some pretty serious numbers on the board? For sure. Will I be day trading it like I did last time? For sure. Trade Phantom, for some reason, last bull run, Phantom was a coin that was like chilling between 40 and 50 that had top 10 volume on exchanges. You could, you know, this is what I really want you guys to consider. Someone sent me a message yesterday asking about Quant. What's the best place to day trade Quant? And I said, because, you know, when you're considering what you're going to, you know, if you want to day trade something, you really, you know, I'm going to stick with the coins that have the most volume always. I will look at the coins that have the most volume, because if you like say, all right, so let's go to CoinGecko. I never even did an overview of the market, but we don't really even need one today. Quant, you go to Quant, right? QNT, you go to markets. All right. And then you look here, you know, where is the most volume? Okay. And if you really look at these numbers, guys, MEXC, BingX, BitGet, blah, 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 you know, 193 million. So, you know, Binance would probably be the place to trade it if you wanted to day trade it. But, you know, this isn't really a high volume coin to day trade. I think Quant is more of a sleeper type pick for, you know, an accumulation. I accumulate Quant. I don't day trade Quant. And when you're considering which coin am I going to trade, I always want you to consider the volume. And is there, unless you're only trading $100 at a time, I'm not really trying to get involved in here because my order might not be able to get cleared, and I might not be able to get out of my position because I trade pretty big with pretty big leverage. You know what I mean? I mean, even if you have a $2,000 position with 10x leverage, that's $20,000. You know what I mean? It's a $20,000 position. And if you want to get out of the position and there's no volume there, you know, So you really want to consider, you want to choose your coin selection that you're day trading based off of volume. You know what I mean? So, and that's how I've always done things. So I hope that answers your question. But I think Phantom will do fine. Phantom is a solid project. I remember it had a pretty solid run a little while back. And I think it'll always be a project that runs like that a little bit. So awesome. The magnet struggle is real at Glitter Queen.
I was struggling so hard and I just didn't want it to be distracting. So sorry.
Yeah, sorry. Where's the coin? Just noticed.
Guys, it's here. Okay. It's not. I'll try harder.
We got Ricky Burris, 990 going on straight 2-stroke. Let's go.
Hey.
He's going to be at Bud's Creek
Nice.
this summer. We're going to hang out with Ricky at Bud's Creek.
What date is Bud's Creek again?
I don't know. Summertime. I'll be there in the summer.
We'll see.
I will 100% be at Bud's Creek this year. 1000%.
For sure.
Okay. All right. So, Armel, what in the hell happened to Ben? I don't know. Ask him. No, we'll see. Time will tell. Time will tell. I trust him. Okay. Wanted to do a couple things here before we bring the show to the end of the show. Couple things I wanted to talk about that I didn't get to talk about. Kind of got sidetracked a little bit today. I did want to take a quick look at the gainers and the losers really fast. Gainers, losers, because this is where we find our volatility. You know, as a trader, you always want to search for that volatility, right? So you want to see, all right, what coins are moving the most, you know? Chainlink, largest winner for the day, up 16. Love that. I got a nice bag of Chainlink. Love to see that at above 15. I would always say, hey, anytime you can buy Chainlink below 15, good idea. There it is, almost at 1664. Love to see that. We got ApeCoin up a little bit. That's pretty funny. That thing is, oh man, I like ApeCoin. I think it's one of those coins that is really going to pump when it pumps, but it didn't have a friendly tokenomic situation when it was relevant. And now the tokenomics have gotten a little bit better, but it has suffered because of how much the supply has grown. And then we have a lot of really small winners after that. And we have Jupiter. A lot of news around Jupiter right now. It's only at 58 cents. That chart, oh man, Jupiter's start on the charts, man. That was something. I'll show you guys this really quick. Go to hold on, babe. 15 minute. I mean, this chart is something. So here's Jupiter. All the talk of the town is surrounding this coin. Not so much because of the coin itself, but because of the airdrop. I know they targeted almost like 1 million wallets. I did have it pulled up on how many wallets have actually claimed Jupiter. Yeah, it surpasses 450 million in trading volume. And yesterday I saw there was only like 400,000 wallets that claimed it or something like that.
Someone also asked if you've done more research into Flux because they're holding it and they're curious if you've.
I'll circle back on it. And also this 17-year-old kid became a millionaire after the Jupiter airdrop. I wonder how many wallets he had in it.
Wow.
Interesting. Good for him.
That's amazing.
But anyway,
good parents.
Yeah, great parents. Yeah, so back to the Jupiter chart. Like I am not, this kind of whipsawed from the beginning here, and this is kind of an example of a whipsaw when green candle comes up and then boom, right back down. But it's actually not a fair example because it actually goes down further than the green candle. So that's not exactly a whipsaw, but it looks like one. And but lately the volume has been good. But the trading has been sad. If you want to consider, do I want to buy some Jupiter if you missed the airdrop? Well, consider, it does have about like a 12%, 11% move in 2 hours. So it is a little bit volatile, which is good. You want that volatility as a trader. And this right here is the local floor from the wick, not the body of the candle. And this is a 15-minute chart. So, I would consider maybe if you wanted to trade this coin, since it has the volume, you could kind of draw the body line, draw the wick line, set alarms on both and see, is this thing going to come down and touch, or is this thing going to turn around? It has, and also if you consider this previous support resistance level right there, that's actually where it is right now. So could this be the level where Jupiter turns around? Could we be getting in a leveraged long here? Maybe. I know it has the volume to do so. It's actually, pretty oversold on the RSI. So maybe keep a close eye on this. I think, and say this thing bounced off this level and went back to the top. I mean, that's a 7% trade, 10x leverage. That's 70%. So, maybe keep a close eye on Jupiter. I know it's the talk of the town right now. So there you go. I'm going to do these two portfolios. I came in for Rate My Portfolio segment. Here we go. We got my guy splashing and smashing. Maurice guy wrote to PHEMEX. That's not PHEMEX, it's PHEMEX 2 days ago, but no reply as balance shows only. Maurice guy, send me a DM and I can get you connected to someone that'll help you out. I assure you, they're a very legitimate business, and there is a solution to that problem. Just send me a DM on Twitter or email my link in Twitter, and we'll get you taken care of. I promise. Splashing and smashing. Thank you for the $10 super chat. So $21,000 portfolio. 37% Solana, 12% Avalanche, 11 Algo, 11 Quant, 9 Gala, 6 XRP, 5.5 the Graph, HBAR, 5 Sui 2, and 2,000 at Myro. I dawed a little revamp, but I need to move more. I think 10x, please. Non-financial advice, of course. Okay, so you're trying to do 10x. Big lopsided distribution into Solana there. I don't know how I feel about that. I feel like if I'm going to be super lopsided leading with a coin, I don't know if it'd be Solana. I feel like Solana will continue, but we really, guys, you got to consider a couple things with Solana here, okay? Especially if you're holding a big bag of it now. It also does splashing and smashing. It does matter where you bought it. It 100% matters where you bought that Solana, because, you know, to be fair, this pump that happened in Q4 is what dreams are made of. At the end of September, Solana was $18, y'all. It pumped 500% in 90 days. Actually, 581% in 89 days. And now, what worries me about that heavy allocation of Solana is that if you consider, you know, the support resistance line right here, and how we kind of already put in a lower high. It put in a lower high going that way. That's not the best situation, everybody. Okay, so even if you want to come into like a 4-hour chart, kind of consider, you know, I mean, and see how Solana kind of holding this little local floor right there. I am a little concerned. Oh, I can't. Sorry, you guys can't see the chart. Sorry, I am a little concerned about Solana. You see how it put in this is the lower high right here. Lower high. Zoom into 4 hour.
Is it even a bag if it's not led by Algo?
Yeah, I mean, dude, there's so many bags. I mean, you guys, you don't need to hold Algo in your portfolio to get a good rating for me. That is a fact. That is a fact. I feel like people send in like AJ Dream bags like just to see what I would say, but you know, that doesn't mean that it doesn't mean you can have a good score without any of the coins I like. It's you know,
there's a lot of really great projects, and that's kind of like, I think what
I'm less biased than you think I am.
Yeah, and I think that's the biggest thing that AJ says. Like, you guys, there's hundreds of projects. Like, there's and in those hundreds of projects, like there's so many good ones. So, just because AJ's not like the most bullish on one over the other doesn't mean that it's a bad project.
Yeah.
It's just his personal opinion.
Exactly.
Which is where you take that and then you apply your own due diligence and, you know, figure it out for yourself.
Hell yeah. So Splashing and Smashing actually bought that 40% allocation of his Solana at $22. All right, that's fucking amazing. Good job. Yeah. Great job. Here, let's do some math on that one. Okay. So we're talking, I mean, my guy, he was splashing and smashing.
He really was.
Here's $22 right there. So you are currently up 334%. And at one point you were up 467%. But you're still up, you know, over 335%, which is very good, man. You did very well. And why I'm skeptical is that you see this downtrend that it is here. You see this local downtrend. I'm not really excited about Solana until it breaks out of that. Because it very well could bleed. It could go like this. Oops. It could go, and if it loses this level here, the $78, if it goes below $78, I don't know, man. That is one of those situations where if it was me, I would try to sell and get back in at 50 or something. You know, so be careful with that bag. You know, anything that pumped crazy like that, be careful. Just be careful with that bag. But in terms of your rating, let me go back to his little thing here. Hold on. 37 AVAX. I mean, 37 Solana. So, man, you're very top heavy. Your distribution, The AVAX algo quant, okay. Gala, you know how I feel. Bad tokenomics. Good project, bad tokenomics. XRP, 6%. I understand having XRP as an anchor. That's fine with me. The graph and H bar. I mean, honestly, after Solana, look, this is what we do, guys. When a coin pumps really hard, this is the same way I feel about people that hold Caspa. That's how the same way I feel about people that hold Caspa, that bought Caspa at 2 cents. I'm like, what more do you want? You did it already. So when a coin pumps that hard, you're supposed to redistribute those gains into coins that are bullish coins with good narratives, with good teams, with good utility, with good everything that have not popped off yet. If I get a pump like that, I'm not sitting around waiting for it to happen again. I'm redistributing into something that has not popped. That's how I feel about Casper. That's how I feel about Solana. If you want to hold some of it, sure. But a lopsided bag, man, I don't know, man. So, I do want you to consider that. I do want you to consider, I don't mind the SWE, the Myro, the H-bar, the graph. You have good picks, but you have bad distribution, and you're kind of holding yourself back a little bit by having that much Solana. And I understand that your portfolio is that big of Solana because Solana pumped that hard. It probably wasn't, the distribution wasn't like that always. That distribution grew because of how hard it pumped. So I do, that is fair to say as well. So could this bag still 10x? Probably. That's the thing. But, I just want you to I wanted you to consider your distribution, and that's the point. I'm going to give you a 70. Brian Brumfield, $12,000, $78,000 in ADA. I bought well over a year ago, and my DCA is 83 cents. Okay. I'm not sure if I should sit on it or trade it for a loss or get an H-bar algo. I want to be diverse. All right. Well, I can't tell you.
Well, what's your goal?
Yeah, that's true too. I can't tell you what to do there, man. But I can tell you this. This is what I can tell you that I've told everybody for a little while now is, if you go to any website, CoinMarketCap or CoinGecko or anything like that, and consider how large ADA's market cap is. I mean, we are talking a $17 billion bag. So a $17.2 billion bag. So for Cardano to double, it needs another $17 billion, baby. Another $17 billion. Will Cardano do good this bull run? Probably will do fine. But when you come down here to the 40s, you look at H-bar, 2.3 billion, VeChain, 2.0 billion, Quant, 1.4 billion, the Graph, 1.4 billion, Algorand, 1.2 billion. All Algorand needs to double is 1.2 billion, not 17. So that is why I am kind of against large distribution, top heavy bags into top 10 projects, because I know the dream.
Don't know what his goal is.
Yeah.
So if his goal is just to long-term hold, then okay.
Yeah.
If your goal is to maybe 5x,
right.
But anything beyond that, that's where we
exactly. So I just want you to consider that. I do have to wrap this show here very soon. I do have a roundtable show in a little.
Rapid fire.
All right. Well, hold on, babe. I only have one more.
No, you got a couple more.
So Brian, I mean, that's my answer. I can't really give you straight up financial advice, but I can say what I said. So let me go to. Okay. No more send. Please, nobody send in more portfolios. I have Armel, who I'm saving it right here, right now. And then I got one more after that. No more send-ins, please. Put that one there. And then I got to go here. And
people really don't like when a coin is pretty stagnant.
I know.
I've seen a lot of people in the chat today that have been upset, and a little discouraged about Algorand, but guys, it's okay if it's a little boring right now.
I mean, guys, we're only pre-halving. You're really going to get impatient in crypto before the halving. I want you to, all right. You want to get impatient with crypto before the halving. I want you to go back to your charts to the, let me look at my poll here. We have 45% of people out of 276 voters, 45% of people don't look at charts and do TA daily. Okay. For those people, and maybe for the people that even do look at charts, I want you to go back in the charts and find the moment in time we're at right now before each halving. And then ask yourself, am I going to be impatient? Because There's the halving, and then there's the 18 months after it, and then look at what happened. So, if you're going to get impatient now, man, it's the bad time to get impatient. This is the worst time to get impatient. This is really the time.
So if you're already impatient now, then I really worry for your ability to sit and observe without reacting very dramatically when things start to get crazy.
Exactly.
Like this is like just the little like toe dip in the water to see how patient you can be.
Exactly. The transfer of money is trading is the transfer of wealth between the impatient and the patient.
Your dad has a great saying that I love.
What is it?
Shout out to Alan Sr. But he always asks his customers, "Are you a patient person? Are you a patient man?" And he's like, "All right, I can work with you." But it's so basic. But like, are you patient?
Yeah, exactly.
Are you? Because in a world that we live in where the retention spans like under 30 seconds, we have all this, instant gratification. How long can you be patient?
Yep. Someone really fast. Someone says AJ Gala redid their tokens. Well, according to CoinGecko, which takes straight from the coins, the coin API, unlike and right here is the link to Gala creators estimated circulating supply. So the circulating supply is 32.5 billion with a max supply of 50 billion. Not a friendly tokenomic situation, even if they redid it. Okay, Armel. 100K invested, 40% ADA, 15 Algo, 15 HBAR, 10 XRP, 10 VChain, 5 Sheeb, 5 Matic, looking for 6X. Okay. So I don't like the lopsided nature of this portfolio, but considering your goal is only a 6X, I give grades based off the likelihood of you achieving your goal. This is a high likelihood situation considering you're only looking for a 6. I like the other 60% of your bag more than the first 40% of it. I'd rather have more of an even distribution. Even if you kept the same exact coins with a more even distribution, you would get a higher score. But considering you're only looking for a 6X, I would say you have a strong likelihood. I can say with a strong degree of certainty that the likelihood of you achieving a 6X and this going to $600,000 is very strong. And with that said, I want to give you an 82.
If he redistributed, what do you think that could get to?
If he redistributed... All right.
This exact bag just redistributed.
If he had this exact bag, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 coins. So if he evenly redistributed $100,000 equally into all 7 of those coins, so they all start with an even distribution, I would say this bag could probably 12 to 13x. Yep. Okay. Boom. Hawk Novus. Appreciate super chat. I don't know what the A14. I have no idea what kind of money you just paid me in, but sure, I'll take it. Ada
nonetheless, thank you.
Thanks for the 15 worth of A's. We got 11 Cardano, 9 Solana, 8 Link, 7 Vet, 7 HBAR, Algo, Quant, Graph, Bitcoin and ETH, dry powder 7%, Matic, AVAX, Near, Rune, INJ, some micro caps.
Holy.
Okay.
You got a 220,000 portfolio, dude.
Yeah, I mean that's solid, man. That's a
solid bag.
Yeah, that's a solid bag. So, what you call it? So a lot of people know that I'm not really a big fan of the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 coins plus micro caps. So Hawk, I want you to really consider this, man. When there are larger bags, I understand more coins. I understand more coins because, 7% of $220,000, that's a significant amount of money. So I understand having more coins in a larger bag. But, Hawk, I really want you to consider, do you have the time and the patience and the wherewithal to properly manage that many coins? Because dude, you're not going to sell them all the same day. Every one of those coins. And what I mean by properly managing a coin, for every coin, you need to have every level set with every percentage you're going to sell on the way up and an exit plan, an oh shit strategy, a parachute plan if it doesn't get there on the way down. Can you properly manage that in a fair amount of time? Because now you're going to click sell on all of them on the same day. That's not how it works. So if you can properly manage 15 coins, which would basically be a full-time job, when it gets time to do that, okay, that's fine. But I do understand having more picks because it is a larger bag, and I understand that. If this was a $5,000 bag, I'd give you a bad score. But because you have that much money. I understand wanting that much distribution and that much diversification.
Well, also that he's wanting to sell the lot of it at a 5x, so he's being humble and happy with getting a 5x and then leaving a little bit for exposure, and a little bit is still a lot for his bag.
Yeah, I mean he wants to be a millionaire is the point here.
Yeah.
To be honest with you, man, to be honest with you, Hawk, is that if you really want to be a millionaire, you need to make $2 million. I wouldn't be trying to sell this. If I had $220,000 in a bag right now, I wouldn't be selling it at $1 million. I'd be selling it at 3 or 4 or 5 million, because capital gains are a motherfucker. Okay. And you're gonna, the Uncle Sam is gonna come knocking, bro. And when you're talking that much money, you really want to maximize that so you actually get to walk away with it. You know what I mean? Like you got to really understand that, like, what, all right, I made this, but what do I actually get to walk with? So consider what you're going to walk with. And I think 5X, man, to be honest with you, with these coins, that goal is a very, you're lowballing yourself, bro.
You should be able to 10x that.
Yeah, man. I mean, besides the Bitcoin and Ethereum and maybe the Cardano, everything in this bag can probably 7 to 8 at least. So yeah, man, considering your goal is only a 5X, I mean, you're going to get a high score. You're going to get 89, 90. I understand your distribution. I understand what you're doing. There's not really any coins in here I hate, to be honest with you. I mean, the Bitcoin and Ethereum, but in a bag that big, I'm fine with Bitcoin and Ethereum in a bag that big. That's fine. Your bag is, I think past 100K, your bag is big enough to hold Bitcoin and Ethereum. But below 100K, get out, run, because we're trying to make money here, everybody. That's the point. So,
I misread his thing. I thought it said selling the lot at.
Wait, selling the lot.
I didn't read 1.1. Jada read that so wrong.
Oh, okay. But selling the lot at 5. Yeah.
That's great.
He's trying to go to 1.1.
Just what I said earlier is not accurate.
Yeah, but I understand that, but I would consider for a bag this big, I would consider a more complex exit strategy. With a more complex exit strategy, you could ride it higher. You could have a little bit more exposure as we get deeper, and then as we get higher, you could keep moving that stop loss up and trail it. That's what I would do. You can kind of guarantee more wins and minimize losses because like exit strategies, it's a moving target, because sometimes, right? So say your goal is to 6x. Say your goal is to 6x, and say, all right, I 6x my bag, and I'm going to pull 60% of the bag out once it 6x's. Okay, so you pull that 60 out, and you have the 40 left, but that 40 just booms. But you want some exposure, right? So what you would do if your target was here and you wake up one morning and it's way higher, just move that target up and just set a stop loss, set a sell order at that level. And if it keeps going, just keep moving up the sell order incrementally so it has room to run. And if it decides to dip and dive down, you get stopped out. So you can make more money by giving yourself room to run. It is very situational. It is very pivot. Like, some people don't like the fluid nature of that. But we're trying to maximize here, trying to make as much money as we can, especially with a bag that big. So Hawkman, you're the high likelihood of achieving your goal, like I said. So there you go. Man, I do got to get out of here, everybody. Chauncey says we're in it for the tech. Yeah, me too, bro.
Hold on, we need to leave off with something. I looked back at your poll. We now have over 300 votes. And the fact that it's almost a 50-50 split between watching regular TA and not, like, you guys are doing yourself a major disservice. And I mean, I guess would you consider watching your show doing TA?
Yeah. I mean, so the fact that there's 370 people in here and 47% of them don't look at TA or do TA daily, that I started out this show off not doing as much TA. I felt like some people, it would bore some people. Some people want the news, want the drama, want everything. But then I realized that I cover a fair amount of news, and I'm not really the drama guy. If you come here for the crypto, that's for sure. And the more I've been doing TA, the more I've been getting those messages like, thank you so much for saying that. That's still on a position. I can pay my rent this month. Like I've got messages like that. And the fact that I did this poll and 47% of you don't do TA, I am going to be doing a fair amount of TA on the schedule. I'm actually going to go deeper into my bag on TA. I really, to be honest with you, I want everybody to understand what I'm saying. So I kind of stay on the surface. I don't really go deep into my bullshit with TA on the show because I want everyone to understand. But I'm going to do a series here pretty soon that's like a beginner TA type thing. And when I get my Telegram up and running, I'm going to have my Telegram group running with Pal AI. So you can actually talk to a digital twin of me that knows everything I've ever said about every coin. And you can even ask me questions about certain levels and everything on the charts once we get to that point. So
yeah, I think that's needed because like this 50-50 split is telling me that you guys are not doing your own due diligence and you are relying on what these crypto influencers are telling you. And like, it's not enough.
Yeah, it's not enough.
Just because Altcoin Daily says something or George says something or AJ says something, like dive deep into the research, guys.
Yeah, keep trying.
That's it.
That's it. We do got to go, but I really appreciate each and every one. Make sure you smash the like button on the way out the door. And if you have not signed up for PHEMEX yet, please click the link down below in the description. Get signed up. You only need a VPN the day you sign up. You don't have to KYC. You don't have to do anything. All you have to do is you have to VPN the day you sign up. And then after that, you don't need the VPN anymore. It's that simple. Nothing crazy, but you should always have a VPN on for your own safety. Big thank you to my channel sponsor, PHEMEX. Click the link down below in the description if you have not already. And also, if you want to get yourself an amazing hoodie, as well as a Moon Money, a Dogecoin Moon Money, and a Dogecoin crypto chip, I will, definitely go to my Twitter, like and retweet and follow NFT collector David, who's the artist and the founder of Crypto Chips, and get yourself a chance to win this Dogecoin hoodie. And like I said, guys, it is my first day with PHEMEX. And if you have not signed up for PHEMEX yet, you're really doing me a solid favor. If you sign up for PHEMEX today, I would really, really appreciate it. And then once I get my Telegram group growing, I'm going to be doing a lot of live trading. I'm going to have a live trading show at least once or twice a week on this channel at 3 p.m. I'll let you know what days I decide to do it. But, this is really the next step of my brand, the next step of my channel. And I can't, I really want to keep this stuff going. And to do that, I really need as many of you to sign up for PHEMEX as you can. I've been day trading on PHEMEX for years. They have a lot of volume, a lot of altcoins you can't get everywhere else. PHEMEX is the spot. I really appreciate them, and I really appreciate you. Definitely sign up if you haven't already. It would mean the world to me. And with that being said, my name is AJ Writes Crypto. This is the Glitter Queen. Get rich or get wrecked. Later.
Have a great day, guys.